I'm your host for the most, Welcome 23, joining me for my two first loves, Chapter 55, Friends in Low Places. If embarrassment could kill, being found sandwiched between two guys in a gym by my principal would have done the trick. And I'll admit, as Jennings tore into me, Mason, and Noah for all to see, I was practically begging for the afterlife. I can't believe this. Have you kids these days got no morals at all? Dad, it's not what you think. Hey, it's not our fault we were locked in. Yeah, this has all been one giant misunderstanding. Quiet! I got half a mind to call the police. Trespassing, breaking and entering. You have no proof of that. Go ahead, call them. I saw Noah stiffen as more gawkers gathered around us. Lauren pushed her way to the front of the pack, holding the rum bottle Noah had found. Don't forget underage drinking. Seems like Harris is running a distillery. No one drank anything. You three are looking at some pretty hefty charges. Charges? But we didn't even do anything. It's not like we got locked in on purpose. Principal Jennings, please. Save it for the police, Miss Price. You're gonna have a lot of explaining to do. To be fair, so will you. Elijah strode to the front of the crowd, his hands casually tucked into his pockets. Excuse me? Elijah, just stop before you find a way to make this even worse. I'm just saying. They see minors getting tramped on a campus with booze. Seems like a pretty big oversight on the school's part. Where were the adults? The supervision? If you ask me, it seems like the kind of thing that causes a lot of negative attention. Principal Jennings froze, his mouth opening and closing wordlessly, while he settled on his next victim. Who was in charge of the Winter Wonderland Committee? Lauren's the boss, Dad. You don't even believe your own kid. Jesus. That's right. I think she locked us in on purpose. It's not the first time Lauren has let her personal feelings get in the way of professionalism. I would know. We spent quite a lot of time together on the cheer squad. These three are lucky that our mistake wasn't even worse. They could have easily been trapped over a weekend. Fine. Someone needs to be held accountable for this. Students should never be trapped on campus that late at night. Wait, what? I didn't... But they... Clearly you aren't ready to handle such a large responsibility, but that's an easy fix. You're fired, effective immediately, and you'll have plenty of time to rethink how you handled the situation in detention for the rest of the semester. But... I mean, I'm not even going to contest this. This is called karma. The only but I want to hear is yours hitting the cushion of my office chair now. You too, Elijah. We need to talk. I'll actually give it to Elijah. He used street smarts. Congratulations, kids. With that, Principal Jennings stormed out of the gym. Lauren glared daggers at Noah and Elijah. You think you're tough, Noah? Calling in your big brother to save you? Trust me, I don't need him to prove what a terrible leader you are. You brought this on yourself, Lauren. I'm sure Scooter will drop by detention to see you. After all, he's so in love with you, isn't he? Lauren glowered at me as Elijah and Noah chuckled. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. I'd watch my back if I were you. As she turned and viciously shoved her way through the classmates, Elijah sighed. I shouldn't keep Jennings waiting too long. Stay out of trouble, kids. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Not anymore. I'm in on the straight and narrow. Right, Noah? This doesn't change things for us. Elijah shrugged, and for a moment, the expression on his face was so like Noah's that my thanks froze on my lips. I did you all a favor. Maybe one day you can return it. Then the bell rung, and everyone who'd hung around surged for the exit with Elijah following coolly behind, never once looking back. Because he's playing the long game. By lunchtime, half the school had heard about our little sleepover, and the rumors were starting to gain traction. To make matters worse, my deodorant had worn off. This is why you wear at least 48-hour deodorant at all times. Lesson number... What are we at today, kids? 4? Whew, someone worked up a sweat with the boys last night. Oh, you have no idea. They sandwiched me so hard. I don't get what Mason and Noah seen you. It's clearly not your personal hygiene. It's been like 16 hours. Shut the f*** up. I hurried away as they held their noses and cackled, but I could still hear their jeers down the hall. I finally got my phone back that morning, and as I pretended to be occupied checking it, someone laid a comforting hand on my shoulder. Hey, you okay? I heard what happened. Do I really stink right now? And don't be nice, I want you to tell the truth. Well, if I'm being honest, you're wearing yesterday's outfit and you do smell a little ripe. Great. Now I have to get through the rest of the day like this. Strictly speaking, you don't have to. Why don't we sneak out for lunch break? We do a little retail therapy. You can tell me why you decided to pull a Lizzie McGuire. I don't get that. Just then, Ava's phone vibrated, and I could tell by her smile that it was Balaam. Disappointment welled up inside me. Are you making room for one more? Actually, my girlfriend's been too busy with school to hang out with me at all. But we still haven't even had time to go on the proper date yet. Girlfriend. Up until then, Ava had been vague to me about her new partner. Oh, she? So, Ava, are you... Ava took a deep breath. That's right, I'm gay. She just owned that shit. Welcome to 2020, where you just own it. Congratulations. We danced around it for months, but to hear it said out loud with such boldness, did I have that kind of courage in me? Would I ever have it? Anyway, it'll just be the two of us. You can catch me up on everything that's happening. I looked down at my grubby clothes, imagined myself in a cute shearling jacket I'd seen in the store. Greedy, I guess. Then back up to see Ava's patient gaze, warm smile, glossy lips, and the phone still buzzing in her hand. I don't know why I like this outfit on her. Oh, right, that's right, the typical Girl Scout or girl outfit. My bad. I'm sure it also has nothing to do with the black. I've been dying for a chance to hang out with you like this. Well, then let's skedaddle before we get caught sneaking out. We sped to the mall, and as we set to work window shopping, I filled Ava in on my role in the morning's drama. And now Lauren's got it out for me because we got her in trouble, and who knows what Elijah's playing at. Maybe he really was trying to help. Maybe, but I'm not so sure. What if he wants some creepy favor or something? Isn't that how guys like Elijah work? Guys like Elijah? Emma, are you hearing yourself? Not that long ago, that's how people talked about Noah, and you've seen for yourself he's changed. Maybe Elijah can too. Why are you defending him? As we entered the boutique, Ava's hand brushed mine, sending a tingle of electricity up my arm. Also, Noah never did anything Elijah did. In the corner of my eye, I saw her shy smile, and I took a chance. Carefully, I bumped my fingers into hers. Once, twice, third time, she hooked 2 fingers into my palm, a small lifeline as the waves of my emotions threatened to overwhelm me. At the end of the day, you walked away without so much as attention. I'd call that a win. And, what'd you do in the gym? By yourself all night. Anyway, weren't you bored out of your mind? My mind flashed back to the secret kiss, the heavy breathing, the feel of his body against mine. Not exactly. I realized I'd somehow, maybe subconsciously, left Noah and Mason out of the whole story. My last conversation with Ava about the boys hadn't gone well. I felt my throat clam up. And just as I mustered the courage to tell her everything, Miss Applegate passed right in front of us. Who? Is nothing sacred anymore? What is stuffy old Miss Applegate doing at the mall? I don't know, but we can't let her see we snuck out of school. Come on. Without a second thought, I grabbed Ava's hand. We climbed in the glass storefront as Miss Applegate neared us. Crap, how do we blend in with our surroundings? Blankly, happily. Happily. I threw on a smile and froze, my gaze drilling into the side of Miss Applegate's head as she turned to look at me. She squinted her eyes, peering deep into the glass as she approached, and my heart quickened. Next to me, I heard Ava gasp. Her eyes traveled between the two of us, staring long and hard at our faces, her suspicious glare. Since when are mannequins this lifelike? It's the new 2020 version. Finally, she turned to look at me, and I slowed my breath. Careful to not let my smile waver, she stared right into my eyes. I gathered myself, channeling all my energy into the remaining completely still. Technology these days. See, look at that, 2020 models. She shook her head disapprovingly and exited the boutique, disappearing into a racy lingerie store. For a moment, Ava and I didn't move a muscle. Then we collapsed in each other's arms, laughing so loudly I thought Miss Applegate might hear us and double back. In a burst of energy, Ava swept me into a tight hug, and I barely had time to return her embrace before she pulled back to look into my eyes. I can't believe that worked. You're telling me. Her laugh stirred something in the pit of my stomach as I registered the feeling of her body against mine. Oh, here we go. God, I missed hanging out with you like this. Up close like this, it was impossible to ignore that Ava was gorgeous from head to toe. My eyes lingered over her toned figure, the swell of her breasts. Of course it did. And then her soft, full lips. And before I could stop myself, I wish they were pressed to mine. I tried to center myself. Did I like girls, or did I just like Ava? Our lips were just a hair apart. Maybe I leaned in just a little, but before I could register what was happening, she pulled away. I think I saw the outfit you mentioned earlier. Why don't I go get it, and you try it on? She slipped out of my grasp, and moments later, I was stepping out of a changing room in the new outfit. Well, what do you think? I spun around and watched how Ava's eyes lingered on the curves of my hips, my backside, my chest. You look perfect. We hightailed it back to school in just enough time for class, still buzzed from the energy of the outing. Now that's what I call a field trip. Before Ava could respond, Darren breezed by, shoulder-checking me with a smirk, because he called over his shoulder. Better be careful, Ava. Emma's got better stats than the football team's entire defensive line. After all... Bloody door. Oh, sorry about that. You ever have a door or a window open and then your door just kind of flies open? Yeah, that happened. After all, she did sack both of the quarterbacks last night. What? Emma, is that true? You spent the night with Mason and Noah, as in... Wait, Ava. It wasn't like that, I swear. Lauren locked us in the gym, and you were just embracing your feelings, like I suggested. I guess I should take my own advice, huh? Please don't be mad. I just need to figure some things out. Yeah, and I think it's time I let you. Ava walked away without another word, leaving me alone with my thoughts. Oh, give me a break. After school, I showed up at the Winter Wonderland site to find Elijah camped out by the skating rink. Well, if this isn't the wild child I used for Jai, come over, I want to talk. Oh, great! The guy did owe me one solid, and now he thought we were best friends. But, like him or not, he'd saved us earlier. I had to at least see what we wanted, he wanted. Someone looks like she woke up on the wrong side of the couch. You don't have to remind me, but I never got a chance to properly thank you for this morning, so thanks. I don't want your thanks, Emma. I want that favor I mentioned this morning. So what? Do I just give you an IOU or something? He smiled smugly and shoved his hands into his pants pockets as he looked out at the volunteers hard at work. Or something. He stood up straight, his lanky body suddenly looking lethal. I took a step back. Turns out one day came a lot sooner than I thought. I need to cash in that favor now. Why don't you and I take a little walk? Meh. Anyway, Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. And without further ado, thank you all for watching. It's very much appreciated. And, oh look, no ad at the end of the video. Sadness. Oh well, it's Pixelberry. Oh, I will leave you all with the following. Karma is coming, much like winter. If you've happened to watch the one of two videos on the channel, well, let's just put it this way. The site that was linked in that screenshot, it's no longer in existence. Like I said, karma is coming.